1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out there in mandolin land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with the old gospel tune, This Little Light of Mine, in the key of A. I did this tune for banjo, I think last week or the week before, so I thought I'd better do a mandolin version as well. It's got a great old melody. It sounds great on the mandolin. We're going to add a couple extra little chords to spice it up a little bit, but I think you can get this one with some practice. I would call this kind of advanced beginner, intermediate, kind of right on the maybe a 4 to 5 out of 10 difficulty level. I'll break down both the solos note for note. The first solo is going to be down the neck. The second solo is going to play the same melody up the neck. I'll break them down both note for note just like I played at the beginning, and then I'll show you a bunch of backup. So we're going to do some other chords, C sharp 7, F sharp minor, some other chords you might not be familiar with if you're a beginner, but I'll show you some easy ways to play them and maybe like 3 or 4 different ways to play it all over the neck. So we'll do that in the backup section. All right, let's get into This Little Light of Mine in the key of A. All right, let's start breaking down this first solo to This Little Light of Mine in the key of A. We're going to start by playing the first 9 measures, like half of the verse part, and then we'll break it down phrase by phrase. Here we go. A few times. I'll do it really slow. So I think the goal for this type of song, because the melody is so recognizable, it's coming up with an interesting variation on the melody without losing the melody. We're not going to go into a lot of like licks on this song, so we're really going to try and spice up the melody with slides and drone strings. So measure 1 is going to be a little pickup. We're going to come in on beat 2, and we're going to hit the open high E string with a downstroke. And then we're going to play on the A string 4, 2, open. Those are the frets. And then down to the 4th fret of the D string with an upstroke with your pick. And then we're going to land on this 2nd fret, which is also an E note. We're basically doing octaves if you're in tune. We're going from this high E down to this low E, which is our starting melody note. So with our pick, we're doing down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So we have beat 1 is a rest, and then we have 2, 3, and 4, and. That's measure 1. 1. And then for measure 2, we're going to land on this 2nd fret of the D string with our index finger and keep that finger down, and we're going to do a little picking. We're going to go down, down, up, down, up. Actually, the same timing and pick direction that we just used in measure 1, but just starting on beat 1, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and then reach your 2nd finger up to the 4th fret and play that note on the D string. So you have, that's measure 2. Get some good tone. So let's put those two together. We have 1. One more time, 1. Now basically keep your 2nd finger down, hit the open A string right above your middle finger, so make sure you're not muting that A string. You're going to play that note. And then you're going to slide from 4 to 7 while picking with your right hand. And then I kind of bounce my pick off to the A string only. So I slide up, and then I just land on the A string with my pick. And then I'm going to do down, ups the rest of the measure. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then on the and of beat 4, I'm going to play this 2nd fret with my index finger. So let's just loop that. You have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Basically just filling it up. So the melody is... So that's the This Little Light of Mine part, right? And what we're doing is we're just filling it up with the slide. Very kind of like a fiddle or mandolin way to fill up the sound, right? And then we land there, and then keep that finger down, and we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the A string, and we're going to play the top 2 strings, so get some drone strings. We're going to play a shuffle rhythm, down, down, up, down. And then back to the 2nd fret, so keep that finger down. And then back to open and open. And if you didn't want to drone with the high E string, you can just play the 4th fret and then the 2nd fret and then open like this. That's a little bit easier. But the drone fills it up and adds harmony, right? You want to make sure you're getting enough of the lower note so you still hear the melody. That's the I'm gonna let it shine part, right? The other thing I might do there occasionally, I didn't write it into the tab, but I might do a slight slide from 3 to 4. Very like a fiddle way to interpret it, or it's kind of implying a vocal line where you're sliding into a note. You don't have to do that though, but basically you could, right? So you have this finger down, and then you reach up. It's also really good wrist angle practice, right? You need to be able to get both those strings to ring out. It's good right hand pick practice too. So we have, let's play 3 and 4 together. We have, and then actually into measure 5, open and open. And then we do that 4-7 slide again, but this time just on open strings only. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Very similar to measure 3, we just didn't add that 2nd fret at the very end. So let's put those together. That's 3 through 5. We have... Even slower. Now measure 6 into a D chord, so slide your middle finger down to the back to the 3rd fret. We're going to do a quick 3/4 slide. Same thing we were doing up here to add a little attitude. Now we're sliding into the D chord, the 4 chord. So we're sliding into that, and then so it's just a single downstroke with my pick, and then play 4 open A string. So you have, and then the A string again, and then the 2nd fret. So you have. Watch the pick direction there. I'm doing down, down, up, down, down. That'll help you not rush through it. And then a bunch of open strings, measure 7, open A, and then down ups. And then back to the 4th fret on the D string, 4 open. And then a little response lick, open A string, and then open 2, open, and then a quick 3/4 slide again, and then back down to the 2nd fret. That whole measure, it's 3 measures of D. It's like it's a phrase. So we have. And the melody there is. And we just spiced it up a little bit with adding some slides and a little bit more picking. Back down to the 2nd fret and do a drone string, D string and A string with your 2nd fret down on the D. And then Just that second fret 4 times, and then open A string, and then 4th fret, down, up. That's going to set us back into the next melody. So we have... Just keep your index finger down. I'm just looping measure 9. Let's do 6 through 9. So we have... One more time, a little faster.